Last time on the Incorrigible Party plays Paranoia. Throbby learns how to cram for an Alpha Complex test and fail quickly. That's what gets confirmation that Throbby is a good-for-nothing fucking mutant. They all take a well-deserved mandatory fun break and rent a pet badger, which they illegally modify, send back to become a weapon of mass foamstruction, filling the mandatory fun fest with 60 cubic feeters of foam fun. They finally reach the checkpoint to find death and destruction, apparently from some kind of murderous handyman. They happen upon a wrecked and slightly burning auto truck filled with Throbby's immaculately packed boxes. With a stroke of luck, Roy finds paperclip 100142. When internal security approaches, Throbby does what most people would do and catches his arm on fire, running at them, screaming about how he was just attacked. This results in only one officer losing a limb. The episode wraps up with Roy as he's sneaking up to the auto truck to plan some kind of devious treachery. Can sneaks up closer to internal security to see if she can give Throbby a hand, or maybe just get a better view of his death. And now, back to the adventure.
Okay, so
He's got the goods.
we're in, like, ventilation tunnels, right? Like, we're not out in the open, we're in...
Yeah, this is sort of a large tube. Think the channel right now.
So I have the card My Lucky Vent. Describe a convenient terrain feature, a crane, vent, steam pipe, and so on that's useful to the action. So I'm going to say there's like a great big vent in between where, or kind of near where Throbby is, that I can go and like grab him and we can dive into the vent.
Sure. So you see that there's a little passageway, doorway that leads into a service area.
Yeah. Something that's not a closed room, something we can go through.
Right. Well, you sort of see up near where Throbby's standing, right next to the wall, about to be assassinated. You see there's a vent right above that, and it is currently open from all the gunfire and everything that happened prior to when you guys got there. There are pieces of metal hanging down and wires and things from the last battle. And you realize you can go in through the service door and be able to climb up and get to that vent.
Well, basically, I was thinking I could go and like tackle Throbby and we could dive into the hole and be safe. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Well, let's see how you roll.
How are you tackling him if this vent is in the ceiling?
I wasn't thinking it was in the ceiling. I was thinking it was in the wall.
So this
Really,
is
just upwards.
Stealth.
And Alpha Complex again. And maybe operate, because I'm operating the vent door.
Oh, snap.
How many skills can you use here?
I don't want stealth. I don't want stealth. Stealth was
She's
no
like,
good for me.
I gotta operate.
We could do operate and
Alpha
we can
Complex.
Sure. We can do Alpha Complex and operate, but the vent is in the ceiling still, and you will have to go through the door, climb into the vent from the inside of the service room, and then you'll be on top.
And I could like drag him up.
Throbby. So the best thing you can do is try to get his attention and see if you can grab him by the arms and pull him up through the vent.
Okay. That gives me 9 dice.
That gives you 9 dice, but this is not going to be an easy task.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I am going to say 4 successes would be considered very hard. 5 would be hard for an expert.
So 2?
I'm gonna go with 4.
No!
It was going to be 5, but I think 4 very hard is going to, and then we're also going to have not only are you going to need to succeed, but we're going to have a roll for Leland too.
Also, your card adds dice you use. Your vent card.
Oh, yes.
It's either 1 or 2 if the computer likes it. It's 2.
Feature adds +1 dice as long as the target uses it. If the GM is particularly pleased by your description, adds 2.
I like it.
You like it? You're particularly pleased?
I am pleased.
Oh, snap.
That actually takes up every single one.
I mean, you're going to be. It's tricksy.
How many did you get? 4?
You have to get 4. Yes.
Okay. 1, 2. Oh my god, that's a lot of ones. It has to be a 5 or 6 to succeed.
Yeah, it does have to be a 5 or a 6.
Girl back. Girl back.
Oh my!
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 ones.
All right,
two
Bill,
twos,
we gotta
three,
think
two
about what we're
fours.
doing.
Oh, is your computer
Because they're
died?
dead.
That's a 1.
Of course.
And I got 2 6s.
So you run up the steps, you open the service room door, you run up, you see where the vent is in the inside, you climb in, you climb out over top, you look down at Throbby, and you try to get his attention, you're waving your arms, and the whole vent system falls. So Throbby, I need you to you look up, you see Can waving at you as the entire ventilation system falls down and hits both you and the internal security officer. So Throbby, you are going to take the injured wound, and Can, you are also going to take the injured wound. You're going to go right from hurt and injured.
Damn.
And you do kill the internal security officer.
Oops.
Oh, no.
But you are on the opposite side of this vent, both of you laying there wounded, and the rest of the internal security group, you're on the other side of the vent. They can't see you right now.
Am I still on fire?
You are still on
I
fire.
would think that would have put it out. I think I rolled on him and put him
Oh
out.
my gosh.
They wouldn't have wanted to put it out if they were going to just kill me.
What clone are you
What would you
on?
like to do?
How many of these security peeps are there?
There's about 6 additional.
Way too many to fight.
Uh,
Well, crap. You know what? I'm going to go down swinging then if we're doing this. I'm going to pull out.
I mean, with all the havoc, like I was saying, they're back a little ways. The big vent fall down. You could potentially get away.
All right, then I'm just going to try to book it back to the auto truck.
Would we have, would Roy and I have seen this vent or heard this vent fall?
No, you just hear all the crap going on. This is sort of like the road takes a nice big turn off, right?
Yeah.
Which is where you found the truck. So you could potentially get some distance between you and these internal security officer guys if you book it.
Great, I will definitely try. Can I send as I'm doing like a PM to Can?
Yeah. Oh, you mean through your
Yeah, through my Cortex thing. I'm just going to
Absolutely.
send her the contact information for Big O Dick 3. Say, thanks for the save. Here's your entry to Scion. Just in case I don't see you again. As I'm leaving you on the ground in front of the security team.
thanks, but no thanks.
Tell him Throwy sent you.
Can, are you also running?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, so you guys, we have Roy. Roy's back over by the truck, and you see that's was sort of walking up to see what was going on. Suddenly, you see Throbby running around the corner. His arm still smoldering with smoke sort of coming off. It looks like the flames have went out. They're both booking it around the corner. What do you guys want to do?
Book it. Run.
You want to run down the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this truck we're not going to be able to turn this truck over. So we're going to have to just hightail it.
With all that commotion and seeing some laser fire and they're running, I'm running.
Yeah. It's too dangerous. We're going to have to cut our losses, I think. So I'll yell that to TR and hope that he's in agreement.
I'm getting quite used to running. I'm happy to do so, to continue it.
So you guys take off running down the road, and there are little side corridors and places you can go and sort of hide out as the trucks go by with the internal security officers looking for you. They go up the road a little ways, they stop, they're looking around, they're trying to see what's going on. Some of them stop at the truck, and they seem to be looking inside the packages and figuring out what's going on. And you find a way to exit out the other side down another road, which takes you towards where the barracks are.
Does it look like any of the authorities happen to be especially concerned about the rear axle?
They do look like they're looking at the truck and see, what made this happen. and why this wreck occurred, because it looks like something not only was wrong with the truck, but something was they were trying to escape and the truck wrecked.
Perfect. I mean, right. Exactly.
I'm just waiting for the explosion. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
Right?
I carved my initials into the rear axle in a heart. Did they find it?
TR.
Oh, it's much better than that.
My, in quotation, my
Yeah.
initials.
So you continue along, and eventually you find your way to the only other place, one of the few places you can actually see on the map, which is the barracks 4XAF. When you come upon the barracks, you see it's outlined with security tape. It says "Danger, do not enter," "Off limits to unauthorized personnel," and "You met your quota, rejoice." Different tape surrounding the building, and you hear the noises coming from inside the barracks. What would you like to do? The remains of the barracks, I should say.
There are noises coming from inside.
Yeah, you hear the sounds of hammering, sawing,
Like the real
like
building.
things being lifted and dropped and things like that. Yeah, but this is a destroyed building.
Yeah, that's where the relics were from, right? So,
Do we see any of the other 3 trucks that we were pursuing?
So you want to get up closer to the barracks?
why would the trucks with the relics from that barracks go back to the barracks?
It's where they were headed.
Wasn't that the direction?
Yeah, I guess.
Can't you hear the sound of tools? Whatever's been killing these people must be inside.
Are the tracks still leading that way? Do we still see tracks?
Yeah, so
Follow
as
the
you
tracks.
get up closer to the barracks, around the corner behind some of the debris, you do see the other 3 trucks and you see the transport vehicle. And as you look into the destroyed barracks, there is inside you see a repair bot, a audit bot, and a number of small robots that seem to be going around, picking things up, scampering around a little bit, and then putting them back down again. You see the repair bot going over and grabbing pieces of burnout refuge and moving it around and laying it back down like it's trying to set it back up into place. It turns around and the piece falls back down to the ground. It moves around a little bit, comes back and picks that piece up and sits it back up again. Tries to set something up around it. The audit bot stands in the corner alone with a whole bunch of clipboards in his dispenser that are not being dispensed. As you're starting to look around, you see the trucks that are over there sitting with the packages still inside. Something pops up on all your screens from Gonna Be Gone appears. Where are you? You know what? I don't care. Where are the auto trucks? You know what? I know. Where's the cargo that's assigned to be delivered to the storage facility? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Where is it?
In the
Why are you not
Trucks?
here at my warehouse?
trucks? The stuff's in the trucks.
I know where the trucks are.
The stuff's in
if
the
the stuff's in the trucks, why are you not here with the stuff?
We barely escaped with our lives, sir.
I don't care about your lives, and you should.
We will be there soon.
So you hear in the background, you hear like she's talking to somebody else in the distance, and then she comes back and says, "Get me that cargo and get it here now. It's the relics of heroic action need to make it to the inventory. We have the internal security officers here doing an audit." And she stops for a second and talks to somebody else, and then she comes back and she goes, "If you don't get that stuff here before they get to that in the audit, I'm going to be in big trouble, which means you're going to be in bigger trouble." And then she steps back and says, "No, I don't have form SK1047B. Why would I have one of those?" And off the screen goes.
Okay, so we're going to go to the trucks and try and program them to go to the warehouse. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
And from now on, truck number 2 is mine.
Whatever. I don't care. Let's get the trucks
don't
to
care.
the warehouse.
Trucks,
Whoever
warehouse.
packed number 2, as far as I'm concerned, you pack number 1.
So as you move closer to the trucks, the repair bot suddenly stops turns and moves directly towards you at a high rate of speed. Hammers and saws
Oh, no.
swinging.
The repair bot? Okay, hold on. Let me look at my cards.
There are 8 small bots, 1 repair bot, repurposed, and 1 Autobot. Sorry, audit bot, I should say. Audit bot.
I want to shoot the repair bot.
I would like to use a card on this repair bot.
Okay, so we're going to start around the horn. We're going to start with Roy. What would you like to do as you see this repair bot 8428DJ-D 53789 repurposed, heading directly towards you?
I'm going to use the card Opposite Day. It's not that everything goes wrong with the action, more that the exact opposite of what the target wanted to happen happens instead. GM, get creative. So I'm using this on this bot that's coming at us swinging, guns blazing, so to speak.
Yeah, so as the repair bot turns to see you guys, he's coming at a high rate of speed in, coming to obviously attack you and hammer and nail and saw you. But when he gets to the edge of where the damaged barracks was, one of his tracks gets caught, and it spins around and knocks his arm that has the saw on it into itself, cutting off the hammer arm, falling to the ground. The small little repair bots, the little tiny repair bots, gather around it and pick up the arm and start crawling back to weld it back onto him. That's what's happening as we go to Throbby.
I'm gonna run for the auto truck, or like the ones that we sit in, the transport one.
So there's 1 transport and 3 auto trucks. And the only one you can sit in is the transport.
Okay, I go for the one we're supposed to get in.
Okay, no issue there. You can you're running towards it. The little bots, there's 8 of them. 3 of them are helping the repair bot, and the other ones are still coming to attack. But you've got a good lead on them.
Great.
Same with Can. What would you like to do?
I fire at one of the little ones and then run to the auto truck to see if I can reprogram it, or can I only do one of those things?
We can do the fire first, and then we'll do the reprogram on your next turn.
No, I would rather just reprogram then.
So you're gonna tell me what you're gonna do, how you're gonna plan on doing this.
Well, I want to. Is there like an engine in the front or something, or like a control panel?
It's all electric. So there would be like a circuit board. There would be types of circuit boards, sort of like you did with the scrub bot. You would have to take a panel off and go in and reprogram. If you're trying to reprogram this, you would have to. It was going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, I want to try and program it to go to the warehouse. See why it didn't in the first place, and then make it go to the warehouse.
Well, there's also controls up in it too.
So I can just like point it towards the warehouse, tell it to go.
Well, you don't know why it did what it did.
I probably would go to the controls first, see if I can program it to go to the warehouse, and then if it's not working, then I'll try and open it up.
Sounds good. So you go up and you get into the driver's seat, and we'll go to that's what. What would you like to do?
So there is a robot with saws and junk coming at me, right?
Yeah, he's sort of stuck right now and had his own hammer arm ripped clean.
So he's got how many other arms? 1?
He has 2 or 3 other little arms. One that's got like a drill on it, one that has a saw on it, a hammer, and then another one that's got like a clamp, like pincers, like to pick things up and move them around.
I would like to try to flesh wound this guy and make him lose his other limb.
Okay, how would you like to do that?
With guns and violence. I don't know. Guns and... I do have to pick 2 skills.
You have to pick a stat and a skill.
Yeah, violence and guns.
Okay. What's the
that
what's your
total
dice
is
roll?
6.
And what are you trying to do? You're just trying to take an arm off? I'm
gonna try to down the thing, I guess, if I can, but the flesh wound card says that they get to if successful, then the wound causes them to lose a limb.
So what's the card give you with additional die? 1 or 2?
None.
None? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say any additional die. It's just if it's successful.
I'm going to say since right now it's been damaged and the little bots are trying to help repair it, it's going to be a bit of effort to be able to hit. I think you're going to have a little bit of an advantage to be able to hit him right now. You need 1 success.
1 success out of 6 in the computer die. That would be 2 6s, a 5, computer dies 1, so golden.
No problem. Which arm would you like to remove?
The biggest one.
Okay.
You said there's a bunch of little ones.
Let's call that the saw.
The saw. Let's get rid of that saw. Yeah.
So you take the saw arm clean off with your laser blast.
Choo choo. Yep.
And it falls back to the ground.
Okay.
And now we're gonna go to who hasn't went yet.
Bill.
I think we've all.
Roy?
We're back to Bill. Yeah. So Bill, at this point in time, this is your last go, and then these small bots are going to be upon all of you.
I think I'm going to take off for the truck as well.
You can make it into the transport.
There's only 1 truck? Or am I
There's 1 transport vehicle that was what you were all supposed to be in
right.
From the beginning, and there are 3 other trucks.
And, do the 3 other trucks follow the transport vehicle? Is that the sort of...
I think that's what Can's trying to figure out right now.
Okay, because I was going to say, do you have to drive the other vehicles? Yeah.
They should be programmed. Programmable.
Okay, well, I would like to clarify that after I shoot that arm off, I am...
You're going to run too?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say all of you make it before the little bots could get to you. You run in, you get into the transport vehicle. Can jumps in, she presses the controls, the screen comes up in the front, and it says, currently controlled by repair bot 842-8DJD53789 repurposed. And it starts to back up closer to the repair bot as he goes over onto the road and is now headed towards you all. And
I want to try to shoot it.
I'm going to try and override the truck.
we will let's go with Can. You're going to just go ahead and do the truck, right? You're going to go ahead and do that action. We'll go to Throbby, and you want to fire?
Yeah, I would like to use a card. Combined Assault. Pick another troubleshooter, so I'll pick That's What. They can attack the same target as you immediately, and it doesn't count as taking their turn at +1. Or they can attack you immediately at +1. Their choice.
Oh, no, there's a picture. There's a picture.
My face was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I just want to blast the repurpose.
Uh-huh.
And then I guess That's What can
Kill
choose
you?
where her blast is going.
I think in front of everyone else, I'm going to choose not to kill Throbby. So I will also choose to attack the thing.
Okay, he still has one hammer arm that's sort of half attached and sort of dragging onto the ground. The saw arm is back into the damaged barracks. So we still have a claw and a drill that are coming. So this give me your roll. We're gonna be. It's a little more difficult now because these arms are flaying around. RepairBot looks pretty pissed off at this point. It's coming and it looks like it's just gonna take the vehicle and maybe just tear the shit out of it since you're all inside of it. So we're gonna give you a difficult. So you need 3 successes.
Now, could I argue using athletics in violence because I'm like in a vehicle, hanging out the side, gun drawn, athletic maneuver?
Sure. Describe to me what you're gonna be doing.
Well, the vehicle's not moving, right?
Right.
So,
you're sort of like these 2 front seats, Throbby's on one side.
Yeah, let's just say I'm like hanging out the window with the oh crap handle, like hanging out, sort of in an athletic
Are
gesture.
you turning your gun at a 90-degree angle and saying bitch?
Yeah, basically. That's what I've been taught by the computer to be most effective.
As long as you do that in a very cool way, then I'll give you 1 additional die to roll.
Everyone knows. Well, I mean, if you just let me use athletics, that's 7 anyway. That's a lot of die. I'll take 8, but I don't have 8 die.
+1 from my combined assault.
Oh my gosh, so I
There
have
you go.
9? Okay, so hold
Yeah.
on, I gotta roll.
And we're going to go ahead and have Leland do this at the same time with whatever yours is, and then we'll just add them together and see. We can do this very dramatically.
Well, if that's what is doing some cool take it bitch flourish, I want to do something similar because my gun skill is a -4, and I would rather not have to use it. I would like to do a sweet somersault into a shot.
Okay, so you're going to get out of the front of the vehicle,
Yes.
somersault like
A forward
the hood,
move,
or-
forward somersault. No, just on the ground. Just a quick head.
nothing too fancy.
Nope, just bend over, head, and then
Just the run-of-the-mill
nice
somersault.
somersault. And as I come up, fire.
Okay, I do want you to think about what you're going to say after you hit it, if you do hit it, and if it's really cool.
Say what
then
you're
we'll-
trained to say.
something might even happen. So okay, so both of you roll.
Well,
what do you have?
I'll tell you right now,
Leland?
John, you're not gonna believe my rolls.
Okay.
The computer is 1,
Okay.
and I literally rolled 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5.
Oh, yes.
There was 2 more dying there, but didn't matter.
Okay, perfect. And Leland, what?
Well,
Somersault.
if
Aces.
I'm able to do athletics and violence, I only have 3 dice to roll, and that is a single.
You're lucky I didn't kill you with all
That's
those
one
sixes.
success and a 6 on the computer job,
Oh no!
which uses
The
my
somersault
last
through ya.
moxie.
Ruh-roh.
You had to use a moxie for that?
You lose a moxie whenever the computer gets notified.
Ah, right. I have like 7 moxie left. What are you doing, Leo?
So you see, that's what leans out the side of the window, tilts her gun over,
Yeah.
and yells.
Oh yeah.
Channels Jesse Pinkerton.
Take that, biatch. I don't know, whatever.
Right, unloads with her red pistol and
Oh,
just
yeah.
blast off the arm, but in sections. The hand first, then at the elbow, then
Oh,
at the
yeah.
shoulder.
Like a
And
sniper.
then she leans out a little bit more, taking off the drill. The drill goes flying, explodes in the air. At the same time, we have Throbby, who does a somersault, jumps up, drops his gun onto the ground,
Just looking a fool. Just looking a fool.
and suddenly, up on the screen, you see the eye of the computer come up and say, "Hey, Throbby, what's up, buddy?"
Oh dear.
Hello, friend, computer. How's your day?
You see him there, but you can't hear him talking anymore. You hear staticky.
I agree.
Is he the only one that can see him, or is it all of us?
He just sees him in his heads-up display. It's a little.
It's just him,
It's,
okay.
it's just a little eyeball. You know the computer is there talking to you, but you can't understand what he's saying. It keeps cutting out.
Huh. Interesting.
And then
Always so funny, friend computer. Huh.
and then you hear what?
That's what.
Wait. Do you say my name?
He comes back and says, "And a bouncy beverage drink in your name. I hope that helps." And then he cuts off.
Okay.
Okay, so the repair bot falls and smoke pours out of it. All the small little repair bots that are now up onto the vehicle, starting to take little hunks out of it, all stop, turn around, and go back into the barracks as if nothing happened.
Can I program the trucks to go to the warehouse?
So when you open it back up again, it allows you to program whatever you want to program. It's no longer controlled by repair bots.
Okay, I put in warehouse.
Which warehouse? What are all the
diesel
numbers?
pizza.
Come on, Emily.
I got it
get
written
your
down
act
somewhere. Just give me a
together.
sec. It's here somewhere.
Can would have to know.
Well, yeah, but Can also would has a computer brain that helps. The warehouse, you know.
Yeah, good enough.
I think you mean a warehouse
I don't have it written down.
749921.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yes, there it is.
That's it.
Right at the very
Yeah,
top of the
okay.
paper where I wasn't looking.
Of course. Well, I mean, I know Alpha Complex like the back of my foot.
It's a good thing you're here, that's what. Let's go.
It's about as good as Roy knows the back of mine. Ha. Because I don't know. I don't think Roy was quite aware that Throbby did the killing blow.
Roy, did you
No.
know Throbby killed you?
No, I don't think you remember that. I don't think you remember the things that happened to you,
And
right?
no one's told him. Yeah.
So, one other thing happens. I'm sorry. As Throbby, as you get up, sort of wipe yourself off from rolling on the ground, and you pick your gun up, you see the audit bot round the corner, and as you pick up your gun and you sort of see it, you hold your hand up, and out shoots a what can I never remember the name of this clipboard. Out shoots a
Couldn't
clipboard.
remember clipboard?
I don't know why.
I can
It's a
never
bad-
remember
I had a
the
bad
name.
day. I had a bad day. So out shoots this clipboard, and you catch it in your hand. On there is on the clipboard is a number of pages, 92 pages to be exact,
Woo.
which labeled at the top is SK1704B.
Do any of these numbers matter? Because I have been writing down a lot of them.
Have you ever wrote down SK1704B recently? Tonight?
Well, I'll be honest. I haven't written down a lot of the numbers tonight. Because I assume you're just making them
No.
up
You
randomly.
you do remember that when you were talking to Gonna Be a moment ago.
That's the
She
form.
did say, "No, I don't
Oh.
have form SK1704B.
Ah.
Why would I have one of those?"
I am pretty good in the bureaucracy of Alpha Complex.
Okay.
What do I know about this form, or can I roll something to see what I know about this form?
Yeah, I'd say you get to use bureaucracy, and what else would you like to use?
Well, I mean, I guess it
Brains.
would be brains, right? Unfortunately, it's a 0 for me, but I do have 4 in bureaucracy.
Can I help him with a card?
Sure.
I have critical success.
Of course you do.
Something goes way better than expected.
Oh.
Oh.
GM
I like the
time
sounds
to
of that.
shine.
There it is.
Okay. So give me a roll. How many die are you rolling? 4, you said?
4 total, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say as you guys are driving back to the warehouse, you're taking a look at these forms, flipping through the pages, and I'm gonna say you really only need 1 success because of the card. What did the card give? Did it say?
That's
says,
all it says. Critical success.
Goes way
Better lucky than good. Something goes way better than
Okay.
expected.
So you had 4 die. I'm gonna give you double it up. It's gonna be twice as good of a possibility.
And he needs 1 success on 8
I
dice.
need 1 success on 8.
Come on, Leland. Even
You
you
got-
can do this.
You got
Well,
this,
I got
TR.
4 and a 1 on the computer die.
Okay. So as you're digging through form SK10 or 1704B, you realize that it is a 92 page document that essentially is a bunch of crap that alleviates you of having any responsibility for the contents of the trucks, because the internal security officer took control of those when he came to the original place and picked them up.
Ooh boy.
So I'm just going to read this to you. It says you also get the SK1704B. It is largely incomprehensible 92-page document, so vague and all-encompassing that it can be interpreted to mean almost anything. If Gonna Be Gone had one, he'd be off the hook with internal security. You surmised that.
Great. So is there like a place where we like put a name on it?
Yeah, it's
All of
already
our
it's,
names?
it's already been signed by internal security at the bottom.
So all we need to do is apply to whom it functions for.
You just have to deliver it to Gonna Be Gone.
Well, what I'm specifically getting at is the only 2 names I care about putting on it right now are my own and Can's.
No.
Well, you don't have to sign
no.
it.
You know that I chose not to kill you when you.
Yeah, but
Come
Throbby
on.
doesn't know that. I mean, yeah, Throbby knows that you didn't shoot him, but neither did anybody else.
Okay, so you would like to add? Are you saying you'd like to add a name to it?
I mean, if possible, again, I don't care if that's what a Roy are off the hook. I'm just buddy with Can, so
I mean, just the
if
fact
it
of
applies to all of
us having it, is that enough, or do we need our name on it?
This is ADIO discrimination. I would like to file a form. XYZ321.
The problem is you guys were all on the hook because you were had to deliver it to the warehouse. Everybody knew you were the ones that were responsible for the boxes.
So it's going to apply to all
this
this anyways.
form has just alleviated, say you are no longer, now internal security has control.
I gotcha. So it's applying to whomever is doing the job. So, okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
All right,
nice
that's cool.
try, buddy.
I appreciate it, Leland.
Okay, so you guys head back and you get down to the warehouse. As you pull up, you see gonna be out in front with internal security surrounding him. Looks like they're asking him a number of questions when suddenly you pull up with 3 auto trucks filled with packages. They immediately surround you. You see gonna be, sort of a sigh of relief, but notice there's only 3 trucks instead of 4.
Rip.
They take all of you guys and grab you up and take you into a room and sit you down, and there's a bench that is just big enough for 3 of you, so you can sort of squeeze half cheek on one side or half cheek on the other side.
I'll just sit on Throbby's lap.
Ooh, girl.
So you sit there
Alright.
for what seems to be a very long time, much longer than you think you should, hours on end. And suddenly, a man walks into and touches a screen on the in front of the bench, and it says, "Mission complete. Debriefing."
Guys, we did it.
Yes.
Oh, this is perfect. Precisely as planned.
I mean, we knew we did it, right? Right?
I'm always
right,
debriefed.
Of course.
Oh my
It's part of my charm.
Throbby.
I get off his lap.
The internal security officer says, "Everything seems to be in order. We're only missing one paperclip."
Of course.
Now, was this paperclip labeled by any chance?
It was. It was labeled, and let me
100142.
100142.
Do you have
Oh,
it?
shoot.
Do you have it? Why wouldn't you pick that up?
You know what? Let me just check in my pocket here. I might just have that paperclip. So Roy procures the paperclip out of his pocket, looks at it. What do you know? 100142. This is the one.
Picks the paperclip out of your hand and yells outside, "You don't have to kill him. We found it."
Over a paperclip.
And he walks out the door and shuts it. And then up on the screen comes, "Mission complete.
Termination.
Please
Initiate.
answer the following questions during debriefing.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is the mission complete?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Thanks, friend troubleshooters. Was the mission a success?
Definitely.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Thank you, friend troubleshooters. Don't give me any more of your lies.
Throbby hasn't been answering questions.
Whoa.
Everything's silent for a minute, and then it says, "Did you interact with any other service groups?"
What do you mean?
Yes.
Affirmative.
Groups.
Yes, definitely.
Which?
The
Cafetorium
ones.
workers.
The ones in the cafeteria named, Leave and Be Gone.
Okay, it's silent for a minute, and he comes back. How would you rate your interactions with internal security?
Fantastic.
3 stars.
10 out of 10.
They were a bit shooty.
I like that.
Thank you, friend troubleshooter. $779,348.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
Totally.
Did you fire your weapons?
No, I didn't feel any need to.
No.
Only when necessary.
No.
Multiple times.
What did you fire your weapons at?
To be honest, I don't remember. It's been a month. It was a month ago.
Mostly machinery.
At a repair robot.
You see a little thing come up and it's swirling like it's thinking. Takes a little while. It stops. Do you have any information about the massacre at the food court NOTGR8?
No. No.
I heard that it was a mess.
I'm not sure I was even there, to be honest.
How would you describe your weapon discharge experience?
It felt good.
Well, it got the job done.
I often found myself covered in goo afterwards.
It was able to find the right spot.
Joe was left satisfied.
Frank.
A little bar comes across the bottom, and it looks like it's loading something. It stops,
Loading promotions, please.
and then it says, 7.
What?
8.
And that means...
It stops for a second. How many traitors were eliminated in the course of this mission?
A few.
Numerous, I would think. It's
I
hard
don't
to keep
remember.
track.
I think 7's a good number.
Yeah, 7. 7, totally. Yep. We got rid of all those traitors for you, computer.
It pauses for a minute. What lessons were learned?
Well,
To trust in the corn dog batter.
yes, the corn dog batter is delightful.
I learned that Throbby's a mutant and he needs to die.
Oh my. This is the first I'm hearing of this, surely.
Said that.
It spins and it spins and it spins, and then the bar goes across and loads something, and it spins again for a minute, and then it comes back and says, 7?
6.
You know, the funny thing that I noticed when we found Throbby's truck is that it looked like some sort of mutant power had completely corroded the rear axle. I'm not saying it was Throbby, just something did it.
If you recall, that was no longer my truck. I had truck
Ben
number 2.
Y4 told me. He's a mutant.
1 minute passes. Which team member contributed most to the mission success?
That would honestly probably be Can, yes. But under my leadership.
Can did do quite a lot for us.
But that's what is very hurt that you guys do not appreciate her. Or him.
They.
Which of your teammates is a traitor to our way of life?
That's what.
Throbby.
And maybe Roy, he's a dick.
Stop looking at my pixels.
Put your jumpsuit back on.
We didn't say you have a. We said you are a.
Okay, so it's you sit there for nothing else seems to happen. The screen sort of goes dark. You sit there for probably 10, 15 minutes. You're waiting for something to happen. Then suddenly, up on the screen, congratulations, loyal troubleshooters! You have been reassigned. Board the vehicles outside immediately.
And what's
Okay.
our
Door opens
get
up.
up and
What's our
run.
mission, friend computer?
Okay, so you go out, and there is a vehicle, just similar to the one you were in before, outside, and the doors are open.
Hop on board.
All right, I will follow. I'll run and hop on.
I just want
So
to
you guys
kill
get in.
Throbby.
Is this like
The,
cattle going to the slaughterhouse right now? Or what?
Yes, more than likely.
The vehicle takes off and heads up the road, and as
farm
you
in
are on
upstate.
your way, it says, congratulations, loyal troubleshooters. You have been assigned to Restaff Barracks AXAF. Your requirements are already waiting for you. Be aware you have been assigned to the relics of heroic action to enshrine it. Guard it, praise it, use it, treat it with loyalty and devotion. Thank you, troubleshooters.
Yay.
All
Thank
hail
you,
the
computer.
paper clip.
Entering the barracks, the troubleshooters find they are more or less left it the way it was, wrecked with the debris on the floor. There's nowhere to sleep, nothing to eat. The remains of RepairBot 8428DJD53789 repurposed are still there, and the Autobot is gone. In the middle of the room is a neatly stacked boxes of relics of heroic action. Well, at least you have a lot of office supplies.
Oh. The better to kill Throbby with.
Oh, that was
And that's it.
a lot of fun.
Oh,
That was
good job, John.
Yeah, that was
Yay.
awesome. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
It was definitely chaotic and
Oh, man.
a little different than the regular D&D experience. Now, the game is a lot more involved than what we sort of glanced over here. There's a lot more to it, but I think we got a pretty good taste of what it's like to not have any control.
Oh,
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Well done, everybody. It was
my
fun.
least
I
favorite
think
thing in the world to be out of control. That's fine.
the other good thing, I think it brings up a lot of good role play, right? Because everything is off the cuff, describing
my
what you want
gosh.
to do. And,
Yeah, I think there's a bit more emphasis on improv.
Right, totally.
Well, because you never know. There's no knowing.
I will never look at a paperclip the same way again.
What was the
I
number?
will always check for a serial number. And write it down.
100142.
We're not going to do any kind of after party on this, right? I just wanted to see
Yeah,
what
we
your
can go over
thoughts were
some final
overall.
thoughts now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, the idea, of course, is the computer is your friend, but it doesn't work very well, right? Everything in Alpha Complex is sort of broken in some way or another.
We started very early learning not to summon the computer.
Right. How did you feel about friend computer and how I portrayed him as far as
I liked him
trying to
until he
help
gave
you?
me the trees and stars.
Yeah. I thought he would be more able to see my side. Like, if I'm calling him reporting something, I thought the computer would be like, oh, thank you. But no, easily it's like, oh, you called me, but I'm going to give you trees and stars.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I did wrong at the very outset was you try not to have the computer be the enemy, right? The computer's trying to help you and wants to do the right thing, but it's just not working very well. The way they describe it in the book is it's like a cell phone you've had for way too many years, and everything you want to do doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
Mm.
So he's trying to do things to help you, but
So you're saying if you would have
it's
been more
really
helpful
hurts.
at the beginning, we might have called you more. And then...
I think at the beginning I was interacting with the computer too much instead of making him the clippy guy, which I think at giving you surveys and playing soft music for you and doing all those things later on, I think was what the idea of what the computer's trying to do for you, but it puts you in a really bad situation, which is what I think I liked playing it better that way.
Bill, did you have mutant powers?
Absolutely not. I have no idea how the rear axle of TR's truck completely corroded.
Oh, that was you!
Yeah.
What? Didn't put that together. I don't have mutant powers to blow up the Badger, though. I literally was anti-mutant society. I was not a mutant, but I used Kaboom, which was a card I
Wow.
had where I could blow anything up that I wanted. Essentially.
So do you guys? So we already went over sort of what, but was Elena? You were anti-mutant group, right?
I was anti-mutant, yes.
Which to destroy all mutants, only good mutants are the only good mutants are an oxymoron.
yes.
Look for evidence to make mutant conspiracy, destroy it, make people understand how dangerous mutants are, and recruit new members to the anti-mutant group.
I did not try any recruiting because I suspected they were all mutants.
I don't know what gave you that idea.
But I was the loyalty officer and tried to play on that a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard to work all this stuff in the chaos.
In a short
right?
period, yeah.
Let's see. Roy, you did get the mutant ability Corrode.
Yes.
Ooh.
After you were brought back in. You were also part of Insect, right?
Yes.
Intech. And so your beliefs are you work for a computer as an undercover agent rooting out subversion and corruption among troubleshooters.
Yes. That never really came up at all. I was going to, when TR was running on flames towards those, what were the name of those officers?
Internal security officers.
Yeah, right. Internal security officers. I thought to myself...
Self?
Yeah, I thought to myself, internal security sounds an awful lot like something that could be shortened into INSEC.
Right.
So I was...
Good job, Self.
I was going to go up to them and try and incorporate some of the code words for the INSEC and see if I got any response into a very benign appearing sentence.
Yeah, good thought.
But then I decided to sabotage TR's truck instead.
Yeah, it could have. If they would have went around the corner, it definitely could have went your way, right?
Yeah.
You could have been able to talk them out of it. Leland, you were a part of the Scion group.
I was.
We're working on that a little bit.
I was trying. Their goal is to further the pro-mutant agenda with propaganda, graffiti, and cunning acts of subversion.
Sounds about right.
If you don't have a mutant power yourself, you'll just have to hope that your origin story comes soon. Recruit new members, particularly other mutants. And Big O Dick 3 did send me a message advertising this almost like this incentive, this pledge drive.
BD.
You got to get more recruits, and if you get the most recruits, you get this sweet-ass pair of night vision goggles.
That's usually not what those type of names are fishing for in email scams. There.
Which I think is sort of...
Do you need help?
funny
Do
that
you need a pill?
It's funny you chose Emily to drag into the group, because Emily, what group are you in?
I was a member of, I don't remember what I was a member of, but I was...
You were in the Illuminati.
Yeah, I was tasked with discovering who is in a secret society, what secret society, infiltrate and convert them on fear of being terminated.
Oh.
Infiltrate the other secret society.
I just sold Scion down the river.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Big O Dick's gonna be pissed.
But I am a mutant, too.
When you get a message from Big O Dick, it is not about recruiting members to a society.
Throbby immediately trusts anybody with the name Dick.
Makes sense.
What about Richard?
It's a
It is about
kinship.
size, enhancement.
As long as they're not a wizard.
The number one means absolutely nothing. It's just supposed to get you guys fighting amongst each other to be number one.
Perfect. Perfect.
Some of these actions are really cool.
Yeah. Did you guys have any other cool ones that you wanted to say before we pop off here?
Well, I had one that was definitely going to use against That's What If they turned on me. Called shot to the groin.
If I turned on you. I turned on you.
The attack strikes your target in a very painful area, but the effects aren't permanent. Basically, I roll a die and it takes that person out for a number of rounds.
I had a card I didn't know how to even use called Function Over Form. Invent a decorative terrain feature like a screen, a banner, a statue, and so on that's useful to the action. GM has veto over your creation. The feature adds +1 dice as long as a target uses it. So it's like, I'm not going to create a statue in the middle. Like, I couldn't figure out how to...
Yeah, that one's interesting. Seems pretty situational.
Yeah, it kind of was, but I got the flesh wound. I got the kaboom.
That's what I like about the cards. I think it gives you those moments to be able to work in some drama into the situation.
Yeah.
What was the one that you used, Emily?
Oh, it was called Critical Success.
Oh, yeah, that was sick.
Something goes way better than expected.
That's all it says, but that's so simple.
That is
and
all
perfect.
it says.
Yeah.
I like that some of the cards also gives the players a chance to allow the GM to be creative as well.
Yeah.
With that improv. Whereas most of yes, there's in any game when whoever's running it in any system, there's an amount of improv that they're inevitably going to do because of players and they're going to play. But I do like that we can throw it back to you, John,
Right.
as you're kind of joining in on all of this crazy improv stuff.
Did any of you guys get cards that had weapons on them? Because I had a gun.
I
No.
had a really good card that I was unfortunately didn't use, but I was certainly looking for an opportunity to use it. Called Sudden Death.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeesh.
What's it say?
If the action you are playing this card on causes damage to a living thing or a bot, it automatically kills whatever got hit.
Oh.
Whoa.
Describe the death. GM has veto over your description.
Oh,
There you go.
man.
Yeah. So,
Pretty powerful.
I mean, I could have used it on that bot that we were attacking, but I was really hoping to use it on one of you instead.
He saved it. You should have done it in the debriefing room. Come on.
Yeah.
So my Needler added 4 to violence, which was crazy.
Wow.
And up to 15 meters, I can shoot this like hypodermic dart, and it takes effect in 1 to 2 rounds. But we never really gotten this like rounds sort of battle very much since the cafeteria.
No, the game is set up to be played around the table,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
have the cards, and you have your hand of cards, and you're supposed to lay it face down.
Yeah.
And say what you're going to play, and then you go around the table and you say, I have a 5 and I have a 6, so you're trying to set initiative, but you're all, trying to lie to each other to see who gets to go first, and then you flip these cards over, and so we just went with the basic for the podcast.
Mhm.
I was when you got your badger before I kaboomed it, Leland, I was trying to find a way to potentially needler you and like knock you out, and then we're like, I don't know, he's dead, and then just leave him.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
Or like knock you out and then like actually off you. I don't know.
Yeah, just like put a hand over my mouth. And
Well, first of all, I
pinch
knew
my
you're
nose closed.
First of all, I knew you're a mutant. But as soon as Benoit told me to kill you, I mean, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Ah, damn, the Benoit bites you in the ass every time.
Oh man, this
Well,
game was.
I had fun. I'm
had
glad
fun.
you guys make it fun. That's how you guys interaction. It really is what makes the game great. You guys getting on each other. So I was looking forward to you. I knew you would all be ripping on each other pretty bad. I actually thought you'd kill each other a lot more than you did.
Oh.
So you worked real well together as a team.
Surprisingly.
I think this system's been one of the funnest that I've played apart from D&D.
Definitely.
I really like it. Yeah. I mean, I think it suits us well. Like
Yeah.
the amount of just sheer chaos you can,
Yeah.
and you almost get rewarded from screwing each other over, which is like
That's
perfect
true.
for us.
Yeah.
The less
I think it was
you know, the
a
better.
very good choice for our first patron only mini campaign. How are we going to top this one? I pity whoever has to DM the next one.
Elena.
No, I'm not.
You're up.
Wait, so you want Bill and I to learn new systems?
We're going to
and
raise
no,
the
no, no.
bar very high
No.
and then try to throw you
No,
up to it.
listen, the new schedule is so that you can.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully by the time this last part releases, we'll have had the poll for the next
Yeah.
system for patrons to vote on that ideally will have come and gone like a week ago.
Oh man, I don't get nervous
you know how
playing with you
things
guys
go.
anymore, but just mentioning me DMing is like makes me extremely nervous.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, you were saying that
I know. I was
a
really
co-DM. You could
Yeah.
probably do a co-DM.
but after quarantine, I don't think I could do it with Bill. So we'll see.
Sorry, could you speak up? I didn't quite hear what you said there.
Well,
yeah.
I would be down for somehow co-DMing.
I'm
something
just
with him.
kidding. I'd probably just jump into it 2 feet and like.
I've
Yeah,
thought
it would
about
be great.
DMing as well, but my biggest fear is just that it's not knowing the rules or anything like that. It's just
I want to create an RPG based off of Fall Guys.
Hey, there you go.
Like the rule set and everything, or just a story?
The set and everything.
That's ambitious.
You wake up and your jelly baby's on the start line.
That's a pretty interesting setting. I mean, it could literally go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who's putting on this game? Are these jellies being abducted and
Yeah, do we want to be
forced
there?
to run through these? Yeah, exactly. Is there something online? Would each of our backgrounds have something that the reason that we enlisted for, you know.
Do we know people are watching us?
Why do you
Right.
look like a toucan, you know?
Team undies.
Why is Emily in her undies?
Have we been put into some weird bodies?
It's just our consciousness in those bodies?
To get that quick idea out there, I interrupted Bill. Sorry, finish your...
I was just saying, yeah, I the mechanics about DMing does not stress me out in the least, because worst case scenario, one of you folks or whoever I'm playing with would know the rule in question, or you just make it up and roll with it. But there's so much responsibility for the story being interesting, it being engaging for your players, it being fair for everyone, you making sure that each person has their share of the spotlight, everyone's having fun, like... It's just a ton of responsibility.
I think for me, the anxiety before we play is always do I understand what I need to do? But then once you start playing, you realize you just go with the flow.
Yeah.
You're not going to remember everything. You're going to screw up. And when you do something wrong, just roll with it and come on. There's times when I've listened back and went, that was sort of stupid what I came up with.
Same.
But, you know, you just roll with it and have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
There's no right way to do it.
Still get those butterflies before we play in Esparta.
That's crazy.
Because you never
I never would have
know.
guessed.
It's so weird, right? Like, it's like
That's-
that same
that's how
feeling
you know
right
it's
before
good.
you go on stream. I get the same kind of
Yeah.
stomach. You're like, oh, even though like once you're doing it, you're like, hey, this is fun. We're having
Yeah.
a great time. But
Am I like a
Yeah, I agree.
psychopath for not getting butterflies? God.
Yes.
Yeah. You should probably get someone to check that out.
I don't.
Well, you're a psychopath for all kinds of
I
reasons.
mean-
but one of them.
Yeah, we've discussed
Hey, you don't
this
have to.
on stream.
You haven't had to live through quarantine with her. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, co-DMing.
that'll
what
drive
is that?
anybody to psychopathy.
I don't know.
We're both psychopaths.
I just don't get nervous about. I don't know. I don't get nervous about speeches and stuff like that, right? Like public stuff.
Oh,
right?
I was the worst public speaker. in
Same.
school.
Oh, same.
The most
I still
dreaded.
am.
Like everybody dreads that. Every normal person
Yeah.
dreads that.
Yeah.
There's
Every
well,
normal.
no.
Okay, Leland.
Yes,
shots
every
fired.
normal person dreads that.
There's a select small portion of the population that it doesn't stress out.
Okay, so
and-
like speech class was
They're
easy for
psychopaths.
me.
Oh, I
They
hated
put you up
speech.
there. They give you a topic on the spot. Boom! I can defend anything. You,
Hated.
Leland, you can defend your butt off when you know nothing. Like,
I can
come
now.
On.
I
You just
didn't
make
have that
stuff up.
skill set when I was a wee baby.
Okay, well,
I had zero confidence.
Couple years
growing
ago.
up. Yeah, just a couple years ago, before the beard really came in.
As a DM, you're not up there giving a speech to people.
yeah.
You're collectively making a story. And
True.
I think
Yeah.
you go into it thinking, I'm on the spot. But very quickly you realize we're all in this together.
yeah.
That's a great point because, like, to Bill talking about the responsibility is, if you have a really good set of players, like the five of us, obviously the way we get along is a great benefit to any game that we get done together and play. I mean, Emily has said in the past, it doesn't matter what game we play, we're all going to have fun because we're together playing it. But also if the players at the table, that responsibility to ensure that everybody else is having fun is still on those players too. And yes, predominantly it falls on the shoulders of the DM, but it certainly sprinkles off into the rest of the table. I mean, I personally as a player get more satisfaction out of setting people up. You know, I'll take the assist to somebody scoring the goal. I get a lot of pleasure out of that as a player. And yeah, every once in a while I get to step into the spotlight, but that's not what I'm there for. You may have come across a group where players will be there for that and constantly strive to be in that light to the detriment of course, everybody at the table, including the person running the game.
What, Mia Brightwood? You don't know
Mia
who the
freaking Brightwood.
Well, no. Look,
No, I think we all
the
do
idea of
a
DMing.
good job
The
of
idea
not
of
hogging the
DMing.
spotlight.
Sorry. This is what I'm talking about.
Wow, that's staging.
Quarantine.
That's so good. Don't even edit that so that we're not talking over each
know.
other.
just let it go. All I'm saying is I don't get butterflies, but I do get I get it thinking about DMing. I got butterflies the night that Bill and I drove down and met John and Emily. Like, you know, it's just like,
Oh, sure.
it's like nerve-wracking. We haven't met Leland. The day we meet you, I'll be like nervous.
Oh, yeah. It's actually funny that today Emma and I were talking about that same thing. Like, what will be because we haven't even been able to meet in person because of this fucking pandemic. So like, what will how awkward will both of us? Which, I mean, admittedly, we're two very awkward people. Despite all the time that we spend, on video chat and all this talking and how close we've become, just how awkward is it going to be?
Well, I've already thought about
Yeah.
you and Bill meeting and being like, which one's taller? And then I've thought about meeting Emma.
Leland's taller.
I thought about meeting Emma and knowing how blue her eyes are in person.
Yes, a thought I dwell on much of my days.
How shiny John's head is. Oh,
I'll wax it for you.
Useless.
Make you feel more uncomfortable.
Emma's eyes second only to John's head.
Well, just to warn you, I'm most likely going to cry when I meet either of you, so.
Oh, goodness.
And me as well.
I've already met you. I'm over it.
No, I meant Leland and Emma.
Sure. Okay,
Isn't
fine.
that who you meant?
Yes.
Because you've already met
she's met us.
Elena and I.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
Did she cry?
No.
No, and I was really offended.
No, but we could, you know what, like, John was being John, but I could tell Emily was nervous, like, we were nervous.
Oh, I was
we had
super nervous.
And we had a
for
terrible
sure.
waitress, right?
Oh, God, that was so bad. That was so bad.
Did it bond you, though? Did this shared poor experience?
Oh, for sure.
It honestly
like
helped
a
break the ice.
natural
We
icebreaker.
ripped on her
Yeah.
the rest of the night. We made fun of
That's
her.
what they say about RPGs, right? Poor playing of RPGs makes for the
We
best
met at a
experience.
restaurant,
Poor planning, poor things going
poor
wrong all the
decisions.
time.
Yeah.
Poor decisions.
You gotta
they always
meet at
make
a
for the
restaurant.
best story.
That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
Not a tavern.
we're always going to go to Whiskey's anytime you're down.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I shouldn't have said the name.
We're gonna go to Whiskey's and we're
She
gonna be
could be
like,
listening.
this isn't the drink I ordered. Where's my
At least,
sides?
like, we actually know who could potentially be listening with the Patron Only stuff.
Oh, that's true,
We
yeah.
can shit talk anybody we want. We know they're not listening.
Yeah.
You know who I really hate? Those damn guys from Stuff You Should Know. I hate those guys. Oh,
Well, I think we got off track, but
Yeah.
thanks for playing Paranoia.
Yeah.
We got kind of gushy again. We're just doing that lately. We just love each other so much.
Well, I mean, we honestly, we all truly do appreciate your support, patrons, and we do hope that you really thoroughly enjoyed this and future mini campaigns as much as we have and hopefully will.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Yeah.
All right, let's sign off on that. I've been GM for Paranoia,
You had to look
John.
down. I've been the computer.
It's been a long day.
I've been a long day.
I've been Can You Hear Me and Emily.
Oh, that was your full name?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that.
Me too, honestly.
I honestly did. I've been That's What She Said. Oh, yeah, my name's Mia Elena.
My goodness. I've been Bill and Roy Arbiv.
And now you can be Roy G. Biv because we're never playing these characters again.
Yes.
Yay! All alone. Oh man, you out level all of us in our burnt out barracks.
I'm a you.
But that's what G said, so
Oh, darn.
technically.
I'm still Leland Steele and Frobby are BDE3.
Happy
You're a mutant!
computering. Oh.
Well, it's not quite as chaotic as last time, but that's okay.
It's not
It's a more
chaotic.
controlled
It's not
chaos.
chaotic.
Yeah. It's
No, I'm saying.
Can't believe you made my badger blow up.
I was trying to kill you. Because that thing told me to kill you, so I was like, dude, foam grenades. Psh, easy. He won't know
Settle
it's
off.
me. I can't believe you had time to escape. Dang it.
Larry is very quick.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
You're not Larry.
Hey, it's only a 30-minute rental. What can you do?
Right?
I don't even need 30 minutes.
Oh. Brunts.
Whew, can't believe I haven't died yet. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting there.
What in the world is the significance of a paperclip with 10042 written on it?
Well, I mean,
I think it's
all,
00142.
all the paper clips
I
are
have
labels.
10142.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
Regardless,
Yeah. It doesn't matter what the number is.
Number of items from the barracks.
I have no. I feel like I'm supposed to know what the
Dude,
significance
I have
of
no
that is,
idea
but I
what's going on, and it's fine.
It's fine. It's all fine.
Just laugh and say, right, every now and then.
Unfortunately, smiling and nodding doesn't translate to
Yeah, but you
podcast.
just go, right. Ha 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 ha. I don't freaking know what's going on.
Goodness.
Oh.